Hi guys! I got this book recently and I thought it would be a really fun one to flip through. It's called Batman Character Encyclopedia. And I thought it might just be fun to brush up on our knowledge of the heroes and villains of the Batman universe. So it's like a hard cover, like a shiny kind of cover, and it's pretty thick, so I'm only going to flip through it. I'm not going to go through every single page, but I thought that might be a fun one to do. Let's look at the back. Discover all the powerful, strange and crazy characters from the world of Batman. Meet your favourite superheroes and learn about the most fearsome supervillains. No doubt we'll come across some that I have not even heard of. So, this really cool picture of Batman soaring through the streets of Gotham City. Okay, so introduction. Oh, I love the artwork. That's really cool. Got a contents page with every single name that you could possibly think of. I think this is really good for when you need to either like settle a dispute or you forget the origins or something, or what someone's called, because it's literally got them all here. I don't think they're alphabetical order, they seem to just be in random order. But so of course on the first page we have Batman and Bruce Wayne, so let's have a look at the way that it's laid out. So you have a key as to whether they are a hero or a villain, vital stats such as name, occupation, height, weight, base, allies and foes, powers and abilities. Gives you a brief background, which is funny because they're the same person but obviously they have slightly different backgrounds. A little quote that they would be synonymous with, and then just a small kind of information point about the person. I love that they're next to each other and you can compare the two. That's really awesome. This book is already way better than I expected it to be. It's really informative. So much work must have gone into it. Robin and Grayson. So obviously they both were, I believe they both were the same type of character eventually, but they're different people, like originally. So this is Dick Grayson, this is Damian Wayne, but they're both Batman's sidekick at some point or another, I believe. Red Hood, which is Jason Todd, and Red Robin, which I don't really know too much about. Batgirl and Batwoman. I recognise Batgirl as being Barbara Gordon, but I don't really know much about Batwoman. Catherine Kane. Spoiler and Azrael. I recognise this one, but not this one. Need to obviously watch a little bit more Batman. Brush up on my knowledge. Alfred Pennyworth. Oh my goodness. Stitching up the back of Bruce Wayne, looking extremely jacked. Julia Pennyworth, which I'm guessing is Alfred's daughter, but I'm not actually sure. Oh, it's from Hush. Batwing and Bluebird. Talon and Hawkfire. Let's go through a few until we get to some more well-known characters. Oh, of course, the classic Catwoman, Selina Kyle. Occupation, crime boss and thief, sometime hero, owner of Egyptian casino. This is really interesting. Allies, Killer Croc, the Justice League of America, Batman Incorporated, Alice Tesla. Then we have the Birds of Prey. I don't know why Mr. Freeze is in the picture. Makes it look like he's a bird of prey. Black Canary, of course. Batman ink. I definitely have not come across this. This makes me feel like I've barely scratched the surface of Batman, and yet I love it so much. I have so many Batman things and I just watch it so often and stuff, but I know that it's such a huge universe. It just means there's more for me to discover there, right? Batman Japan. Black Bat. Batmite. Titus. Oh my goodness, please tell me what is Bat Cow? Full name, Bat Cow. Occupation, Robin's pet. Foes. Foes meat eaters. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Oh dear. I'm glad that I spotted that bit. Oh, of course, Thomas and Martha Wayne, Bruce's parents. Gives you a bit more of a backstory. So before Batman was Batman, James Gordon, Harvey Bullock, of course. The GCPD. Makes me feel better knowing a few of the familiar names and faces. Lucius Fox, of course, designs the tech for Batman. I love how he has specific foes, such as Clayface, Ratcatcher, and Menace. I'm guessing that's because he comes into contact with them on certain episodes. Vicky Vale, the reporter or journalist. Leslie or Lee Tompkins. Don't know if you guys have ever seen Gotham, the series, but I loved the depiction of Lee in that. I felt sorry for Barbara though, she kind of got a rough deal. Huntress. Amadeus Arkham, that just reminds me of the Arkham games when you have to scan the little stones, not little, but the stone slabs with the spider on them in order to unlock his past journal entries. Jeremiah Arkham, director of Arkham Asylum. Gotham Academy students and faculty. Don't know much about that at all. Superman and the Justice League need a little mention. I feel like Clark Kent should have been on the opposite page of Superman though. That would have been a good way to lay it out. Wonder Woman and Aquaman. I love Aquaman. Green Lantern and Green Lantern. I guess they took over from each other. I don't really know anything about Green Lantern at all. Cyborg and the Flash. Green Arrow. Why did he have a trident? Oh, he didn't. He was fighting Aquaman. Lex Luthor. Katana. Shazam. Let's get to some villains. Oh, here we go. Of course, on corresponding pages, the Joker and Harley Quinn. Real name unknown, of course, for the Joker. Foes: Batman, the Batman Family, and James Gordon. Uses razor-sharp playing cards as weapons, hair dyed green from chemical exposure, trademark purple suit with clashing shirt and tie. I don't think they clash, I think they set each other off perfectly. Employs deadly jokes like acid squirting flowers. I have a funny story about that. I had a fake one once. It was a replica of Joker's acid squirting flower, and from the flower ran a thin tube up to like a little plastic bulb that you filled with water, and you kind of trick people with it into smelling it and squirt them in the face. And I assumed my mum had seen this already because I was playing with it and stuff, and I was an adult, I wasn't even a kid, and so I leant towards her and I said, "Smell my flower, smell this flower," and she leant down and I squeezed it so hard and the water shot entirely into her eyeball. I literally watched it hit her eye and bounce off. It was like slow motion. I don't think I've ever laughed so much in my whole life. She just went down. Oh my goodness, we still laugh about it to this day. It's probably the best time that I've ever got someone with a practical joke. Anyway, Harleen Quinzel. One of the kind of newer depictions of her with the black and red hair rather than the blonde. I prefer the classic Harley Quinn from, the animated series, things like that. The Penguin, that's a very scary look of, depiction of him there. The Scarecrow, definitely one of the scariest villains. Obviously, that's the point, but Riddler, one of my top favourites again. Bowler Hat has replaced his old fedora. He had a fedora. Trademark green suit. And of course Poison Ivy. Two-Face and the Joker's daughter, which I have never seen before. Interesting. I don't think she's his actual daughter. I think that's just like a name that she's got. Bane, of course, and Clayface. I quite like the story of Clayface. Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul. The League of Assassins, which are Ra's al Ghul's, squad, as it were. Lady Shiva. Mr. Freeze, another classic. Killer Croc, terrifying. If you've ever played the Arkham Asylum game, oh my goodness, when he pops up out of the water in the basement, it makes me jump every single time. Carmine Falcone, mob boss, crime boss. I don't know Rex Calabrese? Don't know these people either. I love that his classic quote is, "I didn't mean to." I guess that's just what he's known for. Doing something that he didn't mean. Oh, the Court of Owls. I've definitely heard of the Court of Owls. This, for some reason, this reminds me of something out of Doctor Who. It looks like something that would be on Doctor Who. Talon, Lincoln March, The Dealer. I don't know those people. Man Bat. It's like their first episode of the animated series, I believe. Like on something wings. I can't remember what it's called. Bat Queen. Don't know Bat Queen. Nope. Possibly the Dollmaker. Oh, of course, Hugo Strange running Arkham Asylum, or at least a psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum. His allies include Eli Strange, Crazy Quilt, and Dr. Death. Signal Man. Blockbuster and Copperhead. Oh, the Mad Hatter. I do like the Mad Hatter. Real name, of course, Jervis Tetch. Allies, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Foes, Batman, Red Robin, Bluebird, Black Mask and Anarchy. Extremely intelligent, brilliant inventor and technician, uses drugged teas to enhance his own physical abilities. Fanatically obsessed with Lewis Carroll's stories and poems, creations let him control the minds of others. That looks terrifying. I remember the episode where Batman wakes up and he thinks that the whole Batman persona was a dream and his parents are alive and he's engaged to Selena Kyle and he doesn't understand and he fights it at first, but eventually he just submits and believes that he is Bruce Wayne and all of the Batman stuff was a dream, but he keeps seeing Batman and eventually he breaks free of it and it turns out it's the Mad Hatter who is mind controlling him. I like that episode. The Secret Society, Dark Side, Suicide Squad and Deadshot. Do you know what? This may be an unpopular opinion, but I really enjoyed the Suicide Squad film. I mean, Suicide Squad, the first film. Apparently it's really critically, like criticized. Sorry, my brain is not braining. But I actually really enjoyed it, and the second one too. Oh, Calendar Man. I like Calendar Man. I think that's quite an interesting one. Catman. Oh, there's good old Crazy Quilt. Clue Master. He should be in league with the Riddler. Actually, he should be his enemy, surely, if he's the master of clues. Yeah, I really liked the Suicide Squad movies. I'm not overly critical of movies. I don't really listen to, die-hard fans of things saying, oh, this was not canon or this was really badly explained. I kind of just go along with it and enjoy the action. But same with Star Wars. I just enjoy all of the movies. I know there's some that aren't as, they're a little bit more not as good as the others, but they all have their own enjoyable parts and enjoyable storylines. I feel that you get more out of it if you're not hypercritical of things. Oh my goodness, that looked like the clown. That looks a lot like the clown from Hell House at the Abaddon Hotel. That's terrifying. And it also looks a little bit like Art the Clown's kind of dress, suit too. Black Mask. Firebug, I remember Firebug. Gentleman Ghost. That's so cool. Oh wait, it was Firefly I was thinking of, I think, not Fire. Oh, I don't know now. Great White Shark. Humpty Dumpty. Hypnotic. Imperceptible Man. Grotesque. Lord Deathman. That sounds like somebody who couldn't think of a good name. Marionette. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, there we go. The Hatter's Henchman. Mr. Toxic. Mr. Combustible. Oh, the ventriloquist. Why? Oh, in the one that I know, it was a man, I think. She looks so scary. She looks scarier than the dummy. Velvet Tiger. Mortician. He looks a little bit like the Scarecrow. Very scary. This is going to be a good book for me to read properly because I'm going to get to learn about so many different people that I don't know yet. And if I find out what episode or comic book they're in, Professor Pig, I can expand my knowledge a little bit. I've mainly only seen things like the animated series, all of the movies, some of the comics, bits and pieces here and there. I do like the animated movies like Killing Joke. Oh, that page is stuck. Gotham by Gaslight was great. Things like that. And that's the end of the book. I am definitely going to read that properly at some point to learn a bit more about the characters involved, but hopefully that was a little fun flip through for you just to see a small snippet into the world of Batman. I would love one about the structures, so like it could have pictures of like Wayne Towers, the Iceberg Lounge, like all the different places that are involved in Gotham City and things like that. That might be a really cool book. I don't think it exists. I don't know about it if it does, but I love structures and stuff and, you know, places, just like how I'm obsessed with Star Wars lands. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you super soon. Bye.